Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're enjoying your day so far, and just a couple of hours ago, Activision and Treyarch confirmed the roadmap going forward for the rest of Season 1 here in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This is a big deal. League play is coming before the end of the season, and also Express returning as a map from way back in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Intrigued to hear your thoughts on this stuff in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you were new as always, I'd greatly appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Thank you very much indeed for doing that. Let's just hop into things then. So Black Ops 2 map Express coming to the game on February the 4th. We'll talk about that in a second, but League play is coming here by the end of Season 1. That is by February the 24th as we understand it right now. That's when the season ends. Therefore, we imagine League play is going to be coming right then, which could be perfect in line with, as we know, February the 11th to February the 14th is when the opening weekend of the league does officially kick off. So could all be timed quite nicely, as you guys were pointing out a few days ago. This is everything in detail then. So this new Sanatoria map, but Express returning from Black Ops 2, a legendary search and destroy map. So many moments we're going to look at here towards the end of the video. I may also do, like I did a top 10 raid moments of all time a couple of weeks ago now. If you guys would like to see a top 5 maybe Express moments, not quite as many because it was only really one game mode, but certainly there's good 5 great ones to choose from that, well, we can do in a video if you guys would like to see that. But also, as you can see on the right hand side here, League play in season is coming by the end of Season 1, that being by February 24th. So we effectively have a date with which to expect it by, as Atlanta FaZe say. League play, here it comes, boys. Well, it has been a long time coming, let's just say that. And not too long ago was Scump here in November talking about, like, ranked playlists should be a staple every single year. Von der Haar then comes back and says, I'm really thankful for all the hard-working men and women trying to give us a ranked playlist. And well, there were some other discussions we had just earlier today, I believe, talking about Foxhound FPS. He was saying, look, League play, we don't have a date quite yet, but it is on the way and it is certainly coming. And well, Scump and Hex, I believe, not too long ago, talking on one of the OpTic podcasts that, look, they weren't even too confident that it was ever going to arrive in this game. Scump had kind of lost all hope that League play was coming, but to get finally some communication from Treyarch and the developers and well, Call of Duty more widely, and this honestly could be perfect, all things considered, in line with when the league does actually launch, because there's always so much traction around probably the kickoff classic will have some traction, but certainly the opening launch weekends is definitely going to have a lot of eyeballs on it. And if they decide to launch League play around about the same time, that could definitely gain some great traction and well, convert some more casual fans that might be wanting to try League play, especially given where the skill-based matchmaking is right this year. The fact that League play is actually probably what a lot of well, top tier casual players actually want to go and try out now, because well, they have to play against sweats anyway. Might as well do it where you can actually see what rank you have. But Scump just confirming today, well, ranked players, he says, also on the 15th of November, but now says this League play, finally it is here. And well, took him a while, as Scump says, December 19, 2018, is still waiting on League play at Treyarch. And well, in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, it came, I believe, on the 21st of February, as we'll look at in a second. So it may be a similar date, it may be hopefully slightly earlier than that, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are hoping as well. Octane also very happy, did very well on his kind of at least like CDL playlist videos throughout the Modern Warfare season, so hopefully getting some League playback will give some opportunities for Octane to do some good stuff once again on the content side. And well, as Chrome says, 694 days since Call of Duty last launched a proper ranked mode there in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. No surprise, there wasn't really a proper ranked mode that ever came to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The developers weren't super on tune with competitive play for that game, there's no doubt about that. But well, we finally get a confirmation, as Chrome does say. It doesn't say an exact date, but League play will be playable sometime between January the 14th, that being today, when the Season 1 Reloaded or whatever is actually going to launch, and February 24th, which is the end of Season 1. So a pretty decent timeline. I was expecting maybe it would even come into March or something, so at least hopefully by the end of February, that should be okay. And as I say, the Kickoff Classic is coming in just a weekend's time. 2 weeks after that, we then get the launch, the opening weekend of the season. That would be the perfect timing to do some good promotion around League play and also coincide it with the launch of the league to drag some of that traffic and new people that have never watched Call of Duty competitively before from watching the streams, and just building up some cross-pollination at the very least. We then get, this is Breaking Point GG said a few days ago now, discussing how in these previous games, when has League play exactly dropped. You can see way back in Black Ops 2, it was on the 1st of December that year. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, it took all the way to the 21st of February, so hopefully this time around, it comes a little bit earlier than that, and certainly that's, I think, what a lot of people will be hoping. Also, though, important to mention, Express returning here on February the 4th in just a couple of weeks' time. And of course, this is pretty important given the fact that, as I've said a couple of times now, the league begins officially, the proper matches that actually count for something begin on February the 11th through to the 14th, and that kind of opening weekend, the Atlanta FaZe home series, they are calling it the first part of Stage 1 of the Call of Duty League 2021. Now, if Express is coming into the game on February the 4th, a lot of pros have played on Express before way back in the day. Definitely consider one of the best search and destroy maps in Black Ops 2. I remember remember Huke actually said recently on the Eavesdrop podcast, if there was another map he wanted to bring back in addition to Raid, Express was right up there all the way from back in the day. This is obviously a phenomenal search and destroy map. I think that the pros will really have no reservations putting it straight into the rotation, just how they did of course with Raid. So whether it will be implemented already by the opening weekend, that is a question we could ask. We could also say, you know, what about other game modes, right? Some of these maps are still a little bit questionable. Could Express maybe be used for hardpoint? I'm not too sure about that. Control though, it's maybe not out of the question. So we'll look at exactly what the layout is in just a second. As I say, the Miami quaking in its boots because, well, I think a lot of people are saying which search and destroy map could Express potentially replace? Does it need to replace one? Maybe it could just come in addition and we have an additional map in the veto. But I think a number of the pros probably want to get rid of Miami. I think the Miami is probably right at the top of the list on the maps that the pros want to get rid of. I think that, well, some amateur players, there's definitely a lot of divergence in the community on what map people think should be gone. You can see here this poll from GG Breaking Point. Right now, Miami is leading the charge. But yeah, Checkmate, a lot of people don't like that. Garrison as well, I think, is a little bit questionable in a 4v4 situation. So yeah, Miami certainly probably is the map that's going to go if Express does come into the rotation as we imagine it will. And then Checkmate, Moscow, Garrison, Raid and Express will be a pretty solid Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War rotation in Search and Destroy, all things considered. The other part of it is, of course, it's a legendary map in terms of the storylines, what used to happen on this map back in the day. I mean, there was the Full Sail moment, which I'm sure you guys may well remember. Made a video about that on the channel actually a couple of months ago now, like a 3 minutes in COD history, the greatest comeback, the biggest choke in Call of Duty history, which is OpTic Gaming versus Complexity at the Full Sail Invitational way back in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. The 5-0 comeback, as you can see right here. Well, this was at least the start of it, and then it ended in pretty much disastrous fashion for the OpTic Gaming guys. But there's so many other legendary moments on this map from so many legendary players. I'll definitely have to do a video covering it, as I mentioned at the start of the video. This came out from Clay as well. I mean, this is just phenomenal stuff. Complexity versus FaZe right here. Clay with a nice little 1v2. Doesn't usually use the MSMC, the SMG, but yeah, the signature Clay hype moment comes out on Express. And as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner here, this is exactly what the, Express overview, map overview does look like. So let's have a look at it here in a little bit more detail, and well, we can discuss how it might work for certain game modes. So if you guys aren't familiar with this map, the way it's laid out is there's a train that comes down the middle every so often. I think, from time to time, players will get caught by this train that runs down the middle, and if you're standing on these tracks, you get straight up run over. But the A-bomb was over by, I think this is actually the B-bomb. It was over at the middle here by the ticket booth, and then you had the A-bomb over here on this kind of street. So offense spawned on this side, defense spawned on this side, and it was pretty much a pretty big battle. Usually you'd have people going over down here to like arrivals and departures, trying to throw over stun grenades and stuff like that, and quite often you would get someone trying to flank through the sides and set up a nice little pinch situation. So in Search and Destroy, as you can tell, look, this map is completely symmetrical. The bomb placements kind of made sense. The way that there was some verticality on the map kind of was cool, and also the fact that this street was so long, you could see each other from the platforms over here. It gave the opportunity to hold crosses, to hold cuts, and you could kind of cut off the map in a sense if you were standing in a good location. It was kind of a nice mix of close range combat here in the hallways, and then some more longer range stuff outside. And well, there was loads of opportunities for different play styles and things to do on this map. Snipers were very solid as well in certain situations, so all things considered, it was a very legendary Call of Duty map. Could it work for something like Control? That's a little bit questionable. I'm not sure how well the perfectly symmetrical maps could work. I mean, you could say maybe you have one over here in this top building, and maybe you have one over here somewhere in the hallway, but maybe that's not close enough to make it work. So I'm not really sure where the control points would be on this map. I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts exactly on where you think that could be. Maybe you can have one of them down here, and then maybe like one in this kind of alleyway right here. But then again, if it was in this alleyway, where exactly would the defense team spawn? Because you're basically looking at where they should be spawning. So not really sure it works for Control, but I do believe for Search and Destroy it should be in the game, and I do believe it actually will be in the game going forward as well. The other question, as Kevy Skills brings up, Raid is back in the game now. Express is in the game. OpTic is back. 100 Thieves is back. League play is back. One more to go, right? Because, well, with Express being announced, part of the question was, in my mind at least, all right, standoff. Standoff was the map that pretty much everyone was asking for, and, also the legendary map partner really to Raid. Express was certainly fantastic. There were so many other great maps there in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, but a big discussion has been lately, like, what actually is the best map of all time? Is it Raid? Is it Standoff? And now they bring Express back. It's like, okay, where's Standoff? Is that going to be coming maybe with Season 2? The fact they brought Raid back, now they brought Express back, it only makes sense that at some point Standoff comes into the rotation, and well, if that is the case, probably another few maps going to be dropped out of the, competitive rotation for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and in my opinion, that is not a bad thing at all. These maps are phenomenal. It's going to be great to see them played at the very highest tier of professional level once again. But of course, as I say, no announcement on the Standoff stuff, but I imagine maybe it'll be coming a little bit further down the line, as of course will League play over the coming weeks. The time has finally come. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm know you enjoyed this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and help grow the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always, take care, and I will see you next time.
If Priestahh does this now, this would just be insane.
Well, he's in the perfect position to do it. Check your corners, find one, there goes Holo. No!
Oh my Priestahh!
The one! What? Going absolutely insane!
Are you serious?
Priestahh